James Baldwin, me and him was actually first incarcerated together at Burning Unit, where they sent everyone down in Arkansas, the younger generation, and they named it the Gladiator School. When I was there, I seen Jason. Like I was pointed out, oh, this is so and so, so and so. You know, I seen him even in the hallway, pass through him, but I didn't know him. You know what I mean? But when I got to Graham's unit, when they shipped everybody to the first private-owned prison in Arkansas, and Graham's unit was the first private-owned prison that was established in Arkansas. It was Grimes and the female unit, McPherson. So when they shipped us over there, that's when we got familiar with one another. I think when no one over there at that unit, I believe, was over 21 or maybe 23. Was probably, I think it was under 25 over there, but it was a lot of younger generation that was there. And actually, Baldwin, he was working in the school at the time. So he was working in the school. I remember seeing him because I had to go through there and get my GED and actually talk to him a couple times. So him and a friend of mine used to network a lot together, you know what I mean? And him and Gavin, his name is Gavin. Him and Gavin used to network a lot because Gavin worked in the school too. Gavin was actually from 23rd Street in Wolf in Little Rock, Arkansas, actually 19th in Wolf. 19 is where he was, representing, but 23rd Street in Wolf is where he was from, that area. And real close friend of mine. So they was in there together, like I say, real smart brothers. They was doing the school thing, and I got my GED in '99. So when I was in '99, I was getting my GED. After I got my GED, I was actually placed. I went through a few different programs, like to educate myself and do different seminars and things like that. And I had one that I actually got into was it was an AA, kind of like an AANA type of group, and it was a Barracks actually designed, and it was a cool guy. I can't remember the guy's name, but it was a Spanish gentleman, and I want to say he was a nurse or something, or going to be a nurse. He ended up going to the military, but he worked at the Grimes unit, and he used to come through there doing the AA classes, and actually me and Baldwin and some more people was in that barracks. And like I say, everybody that was in that barracks wasn't like in the program, but it was just like a nice, clean barracks. You know what I mean? They had some of the clerks and stuff like that in there. So it was a cool barracks. But anyway, me and him got a chance to meet and really get on a personal first name basis and talk. I remember when he met Sarah, when him and Sarah got introduced, and they was really talking and got close, because I ended up meeting a female at the time named Sarah, and she was white too, which is my daughter Amara's mother. And we used to talk because we had something in common. I was showing them pictures, and she was an officer at the time, but she had quit and got another job somewhere, and me and her was communicating. Well, before all of that kind of corresponded real deep, I was sharing some photos of her in the barracks with someone, and I guess someone went back and told the captain, the main peoples of the unit, that, hey, this guy down here got some barracks with this lady that worked there. And she did work there, but she didn't work there anymore at that time. So I got wind of it that it was coming. I actually hit Baldwin up, you know what I mean? I said, hey, Baldwin, hold all these photos and these letters, because they probably gonna come down here and shake me down. And if they do, I'm really, they gonna probably try to hang me, so to speak, you know what I mean? So I remember Baldwin was like, yeah, bet, give them to me. So I gave the pictures and the letters and stuff to Baldwin, and Baldwin put them up. And I remember them coming down there, man, and shaking me down. And they took me to the hole anyway. They didn't find nothing, but they still took me to the hole. I remember questioning me. I didn't say nothing. Baldwin didn't say nothing. I stayed in the hole for about a week, and I remember the captain coming down there talking to me one day, and he said these exact words, and I'll never forget it. He said, every day I have to look myself in the mirror, and if I can't respect myself for what I have done, I can't come to work. He was like, I'm gonna let you out the hole, because regardless of if you was with that officer or not, we can't prove it. And plus, she no longer work here anymore. So it's not a threat to our system. Ain't nothing that we can really do. They let me out the hole. So when they did, they let me back to the same barracks and whatnot. And like I say, I got in, and later, once I seen Baldwin, you know, he gave him my pictures back, and we talked about it. I was telling him about what happened, but end up Sarah, like I say, end up coming down, visiting. He got a chance to meet my Sarah. I got a chance to meet his. You know what I mean? So it was cool. You know what I mean? It was just a cool thing, man. The guy was real cool. He was really someone you could actually talk to, down to earth. I mean, we talked about his charge, this thing he was going through. I remember all the fan mail he was getting and telling me, you know, how, you know, he know things are going to change. And at this time, you know, we was dreaming big, and this was 99. So y'all know when he got released, you know what I mean? So this was 99. So I did a decade. He did longer than me. You see what I'm saying? So you got to think, he in 99, we both dreaming to get out. I didn't get out till 2006. He was still there. So, you know, being in that situation with him, man, it just opened my eyes. You don't know people till you know people, and you really don't know people till you sleep around them. And we actually slept close vicinity together, so you know I could say I knew him for a minute. You know what I mean? But the guy was cool. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. He's very, very educated. He was always into the school and the law library, getting himself together and helping other people. You know what I mean? He was helping other people. He was quick to assist. You know what I mean? If you was hungry and he, you know, you say, hey man, get a soup or something. I mean, he was just a good guy, just thumbs down good guy. And it was just ironic how life happens. You know what I mean? We both did time in Arkansas prison. He's on doing some great things right now. It was the reason I'm releasing this video. I was reading something, and somehow he popped up, and I seen a newer photo of my guy, and I was like, man, look at Jason. You know what I mean? Had his little beard going, you know, free. I'm like, man, what a feeling. Like you can't imagine how a person would feel being incarcerated like that. You know what I mean? Like over that time, and I spent 10 calendars. I spent a decade. He spent more than me. And now we both out, you know, pursuing life, doing our thing. And I think that he's doing great. I don't know if he's with Sarah now, but if they are, salute to him, man. I hope they are doing good. But I remember how things was, though. Like I say, we end up going to another unit later. And, a Vernon unit, you know, visitation there, and just, you know, time, just life tends to take you places. And when you at certain level, especially in prison, people become family. People become close to you, and it's a close environment. And the way Arkansas prison was set up, you know, you might have the Grimes unit where they had one end, maybe 7 barracks was on one end, and then the other end they would have 7 more barracks or pods or whatever they want to call them on the other end. So you know there was separation, but it was a lot of, you know, movement. It was just different, man. It was just different. But I just wanted to share that story because it really meant something to me when I seen him today, and I was like, man, check that out. So you know, life is short. When you're blessed to overcome something, man, all you can do is just face whatever you go through and overcome it. Don't never give up, man. If the truth is if the truth is in you, if the truth is in the situation, it most definitely will set you free. So I salute Jason. Hope everybody, all of them, are doing good, and everybody's getting their hog on. I'm at Black Feniks.